This is the 18 WJTS News. In tonight's news, vandals have struck Jasper. Drug trafficking at the DuBois County Work Release Center lands 2 people behind bars. And the Pike County Chamber of Commerce is hosting a free hand sanitizer refill event. Ann Powell looks at the weather forecast. And Zach Gruber talks with the DuBois County Humane Society. In sports, Kurt Guxell talks with Jasper product Craig Shepard, now a University of Evansville baseball infielder, followed by the Forest Park High School Class of 2020 salute here on 18 WJTS. All this and more coming up on the 18 WJTS News. Good evening, I'm Bill Potter with the WJTS News. Vandals have struck in Jasper. Places like the Jasper Riverwalk, Hometown IGA, and Walmart were spray painted with phrases such as "We shall overcome," "Justice for Floyd," and "I can't breathe." There are currently no known suspects at this time. If you have any information about these incidents, please call the Jasper Police Department at 812-482-2255, 482-2255. And local officials have also spoke out about the recent vandalism. We spoke with Jasper Mayor Dean Vonderheide about the vandalism. He says that the city won't tolerate vandalism and calls it disrespectful. Vonderheide also says that acts like spray painting local businesses will not help solve tensions regarding racial injustice.
They think that this is going to help with the graffiti. Graffiti doesn't help. It is the destruction, it's defacing of assets that have been blood, sweat, and tears of local residents and their businesses. And it's unfortunate that people feel like they have to use graffiti as a means for expressing themselves rather than vocally getting involved in peaceful demonstrations like the one that took place last Saturday.
Regarding the peaceful protest held by One DuBois County that took place last Saturday at the DuBois County Courthouse, Vonderheide says that the event helped people learn and raise awareness.
Well, I thought it was handled well. It seemed to be well organized. People had the right intent. It was to bring awareness and to drive change. And part of driving change is to educate. And I think that group did a nice job of trying to educate citizens and bring the awareness up front.
Vonderheide says that he understands the Black Lives Matter movement and the reason behind it. He compliments One DuBois County for the work they did. We also spoke with the Jasper Police Chief, Nathan Schmidt, about the vandalism.
They're extremely disappointing. I mean, anytime somebody's going out and tearing up and destroying and defacing city property and public property and other people's property, I mean, it's disappointing to us. And if you have a message to share, that's not the way to go about doing it.
Schmidt says the Jasper Police Department is following a few leads on trying to find out who did this. Schmidt says that they have been aware of and prepared for similar incidents last Thursday when the Jasper Riverwalk was defaced in a separate place.
We've had 4 incidents in the last 5 days, so I think that I would guess that they're local. You know, I think it's probably somebody that doesn't even really have a lot to do with the movement. They're just trying to spark outrage in the community and deface property because obviously, like I said earlier, it's not a way to increase your movement or get force behind your movement. It's actually from what we experienced here at the police department, we're finding out it has the exact opposite effect.
Schmidt says that the police department has received several calls from concerned citizens about what they can do to help the police department find the suspects. Schmidt stated that he and the rest of the police force aren't worried about tensions escalating in the area like other areas around the country. He says this is because of the good relationships the department has with its citizens.
We don't have a lot of fear down here that we're going to have some of the issues that other communities have because of the great people in this community and the support that we have of the community and the partnerships that we've built over the years and our ability to, work together and solve a lot of problems.
Again, if anyone has any information about these incidents, please call the Jasper Police Department at 812-482-2255, 482-2255. An investigation into drug trafficking at the Du Bois County Work Release Center lands 2 people behind bars. 24-year-old Savion Fry of Jasper had failed to return to the Du Bois County Community Corrections and was wanted on a warrant for failure to return to lawful detention. On Monday, officers received a tip that Fry may be in a hotel on the south side of Jasper. Deputies, with the assistance of Jasper police officers, arrived at the hotel around 10 a.m. Fry ripped a window screen, jumped out of the first-floor window, and tried to flee. A deputy deployed his taser, but it was not successful. Deputies ultimately were able to get Fry detained and handcuffed after a struggle. He was checked medically at Memorial Hospital and booked into the Du Bois County Security Center. Deputies also contacted 26-year-old Brittany Waters of Jasper at the hotel about the incident. She is suspected of attempting to traffic narcotics into the Du Bois County Community Correction Center. She was also taken into custody. Fry faces additional charges of trafficking with an inmate, a level 5 felony, resisting law enforcement causing injury, a level 6 felony, possession of marijuana, a class B misdemeanor, and criminal mischief, a class B misdemeanor. Waters was taken into custody for the following: trafficking with an inmate, level 5 felony, dealing a Schedule 1 substance, LSD, a level 6 felony, assisting a criminal, level 6 felony, a possession of marijuana, a class B misdemeanor, and the Du Bois County Sheriff's Office and Jasper Police also received assistance from the Huntingburg Police Department into this investigation. A Jasper man is behind bars after a domestic dispute. 31-year-old Joshua Mattingly was arrested early Tuesday morning and charged with domestic battery, intimidation, and criminal confinement. Police responded to a residence on Maple Leaf Drive in Jasper for reports of domestic violence incident in progress. When on the scene, police learned that Mattingly had already left the residence. He was located a short time later and taken into custody without further incident. No injuries were reported after a car accident in Huntingburg. Tuesday morning, 68-year-old Richard Leisner of Huntingburg was traveling westbound on 14th, crossing US 231 when 19-year-old Cody Reller of Huntingburg entered the intersection. Reller crashed into the front driver's side of Leisner's vehicle. Cars towing and wrecker service assisted at the scene. The US 231 southbound lane was shut down for about 25 minutes while vehicles were cleared from the highway. Reller's Toyota Corolla suffered between $5,000 and $10,000 in damage. Leisner's Chevy Silverado suffered about $1,000 to $2,000 in damage. Well, today was primary election day. Did you vote? The election was delayed from May 5th due to the COVID pandemic. Election results will be posted to our website, WJTS.tv. Hoosiers may see a rise in their utility bills soon. State regulators have agreed to consider requests by Indiana's gas and electric companies to charge customers millions of dollars in revenue the utilities are expected to lose because of COVID-19. The Indiana Regulatory Commission has ordered an investigation into how the pandemic is affecting utilities and their customers. The Indiana Business Journal reported that the commission will consider a request from 10 Indiana utilities to recover lost revenue from consumers by raising monthly bills. It's not yet clear how much the bills could potentially increase. On Friday night, motorists may experience a slight delay of traveling into the Patoka Lake Recreation Area from 9:15 p.m. until about 11 p.m. Motorists will be sharing the road with race participants in the Patoka Lake Full Moon 5K. During this time, traffic will be halted for brief moments as participants race throughout the property. Areas of the property that will be directly affected are the beach and the modern campground road. The lower beach parking lot will be closing on Thursday for the 5K. Due to COVID-19 guidelines, spectators will not be allowed to view the race from the beach area. They are welcome to watch from the grass along the road in the modern campground while maintaining 6 feet between family groups. Day of registration is also not permitted in the 2020 due to a full registration. The Pike County Chamber of Commerce is hosting a free hand sanitizer refill event going from 1 to 6 p.m. on Friday or while supplies last. The Pike County Chamber of Commerce will have a hand sanitizer refill station at the Petersburg Hardware parking lot. They will refill up to 12 ounces per household. The Pike County Chamber will also be raffling off a griddle at this event. And that has been a look at news here on 18 WJTS TV 18. Stay tuned. Coming up, we've got sports and weather, followed by the Forest Park High School graduating class of 2020. A salute to them. Right here on 18 WJTS, we are local people watching local people.